Welcome to the MacroSymposium, where together we are weaving the symphony of our totality into macrocosmic embodiments. This space is truly an expression of everything that I love, my expression of soul infinity, my passions, and also what I am caretaking into the collective for devotional service and exchange and both self-expression and to support those of you that come across me and feel called to work with me in this lifetime. The MacroSymposium is a culmination of 4+ years of spiritual development on my part, and it really feels like a beautiful coming home of all of these different pieces that I have been compiling over the years as I entered into the spiritual practitioner space to be in service to my own passions and to the collective. And it started off as Seekers Evolving in 2020, and many of you are still from the Seekers Evolving days and have followed me along on the journey. And then we morphed into the Energy Weaver Academy in 2022. And that was a culmination of stepping a little bit deeper into my cosmic nerdery. It's when I really began exploring my specializations, and it was in many ways an academy for my own energy weaving journey more than anything. And so I reemerged this past year after 3 to 4 years of deep spiritual transformation, continual rebirths, continual renewals, continual deepenings of my unique specializations and practice. And I've really spent this entire year, since the beginning of the year started, my work has been in construction mode. And I've been thinking really deeply and thoughtfully and expansively about how I can share my work with others in a way that allows me to embrace freedom of expression and my own macrocosmic embodiment, and to also help others find their own unique expression of macrocosmic embodiment, because that's really where my passion lies, is helping everyone to embrace the unfathomable complexity of their soul expression and to come home to themselves in a more expansive and beautifully complex way than they ever thought possible. And that's really why I'm here. And so I've been spending this past year, after so much phoenixing and rebirth and just continual change, I realized I needed to kind of wipe the slate clean a little bit and look at, if I was to start truly from scratch, what would it look like? Like what feels the most passionate to me and what makes me feel ignited and alive and propels my own curiosity, because I can be of the best service to the community when I am being of service to myself first, and ensuring that I am following my unique journey and through that, showing others how they can walk a little bit more of an authentic and empowering path themselves. And so throughout this whole process, I've been falling back in love with my work in some really profound ways by kind of wiping the slate clean and trying to envision what my work wanted to be, what I wanted my work to be, how I want it to evolve into more of a legacy expression of my craft. I had this funny, synchronous, reoccurring experience where I kept finding all of these pieces from like the first year that I was exploring my role as a spiritual practitioner back in the Seekers Evolving days, and realizing that I've kind of always had the pieces of the puzzle. I've just been spending the last few years kind of rearranging them and putting them into new vantage points and refining their shapes and their forms. And this year I've been giving them new life. And with that, as we reach the end of the year, I realized that with all of this change that I needed to change the name for my business. And that's why we have shifted into the MacroSymposium, because it embodies this new paradigm of freedom in business and spiritual practitionership, and in the pursuit of spiritual knowledge and exploration. It allows for that expansiveness and freedom in a way that energetically the Energy Weaver Academy and the Seekers Evolving prior names just no longer resonated. And so I brought beautiful pieces of both of those expressions of my work, and I kind of molded them and crafted them and sung them into this much more authentic and just intangible thing that became the MacroSymposium. And MacroSymposium has a lot of coding and energy that pulls from all of these different pieces, and I'm going to share with you after this a little bit of a masterclass, a little mini introduction into the microcoding within MacroSymposium, and the colors and the facets and the pieces that are creating this new embodiment of my work. But I do just want you to know that it is truly like a new era of my work. At the same time, nothing has changed. It's perfectly aligned with what's going on in the collective that has been unfolding for years. The phrase ancient future has come up repeatedly in channelings and works and conversations, and that is kind of what MacroSymposium is. It's an embodiment of the ancient future. It has pieces that tie back to concepts and frameworks and beliefs as old as human civilization, and as old as the primordial origins of all that exists. And yet it's also being expressed in this new way. It has these old pieces of my business, but they're all reformed and crafted in more freeing and expansive and timeless expressions, so that you can also step into a more carefree, expansive, and playful exploration of these really unfathomably complex topics. And I hope that this re-envisioning really helps you fall back in love with your soul wisdom, and to uncover new and unexpected pieces of yourself that you never thought were possible. And so I'm going to transition over to a little bit of a exploration into the coding of the MacroSymposium, and there will be a bit of soul language, song weaving along with it in the background that is channeled under the energy and the coding of the MacroSymposium as well. So I'm so excited to introduce you to a deeper understanding of the MacroSymposium, and this is really just the start of a legacy unfolding, and I'm just, there's so much in store. Keep your eyes peeled. Thank you for listening and for being here and for finding me along this soul adventure. Without further ado, the MacroSymposium.